Hello class 10, this is your chemistry class and we are discussing about metallurgy. So today's class we are going to discuss about some salient features of metal activity series. So let's start the class. So the features of metal activity series first includes, that is, reactivity of metal decreases down the series. That is, we already know that activity series is based upon the reactivity of metals, and down the series the activity of metals decreases. This is the first characteristics, that is, most reactive metal is placed at top and less reactive metal is placed at the bottom. So gold is least reactive among the metals and potassium is most reactive. So seeing the activity series, we can say potassium is most reactive and gold is least reactive. So potassium is most reactive and gold is least reactive. By seeing the activity series, we can say first thing. Second thing is that though hydrogen is a non-metal, you can see that hydrogen is a non-metal, still it is placed in the metal activity series. Here all elements are metal except hydrogen. Why it is placed in the metal activity series though it is a non-metal? Because the metals has a characteristics, metals has a characteristics of formation of cation. The metals easily release electrons and form the positive ion. So just like metals, hydrogen can also form H plus ion. Existence of proton. So just like metals, just like sodium, potassium, they can form sodium plus, potassium plus, calcium 2 plus. So this is the characteristics of metal. So just like the metal characteristics, hydrogen can also form this cationic state, that is called proton or H plus ion. So due to this similarity in properties, hydrogen being a non-metal, it is also placed in the metal activity series. Though it is non-metal, but it is still placed in the metal activity series. So the second thing is that which one can displace hydrogen and which one cannot. So metals above hydrogen in the activity series can displace hydrogen. So metals above hydrogen in this activity series, metals above hydrogen can displace hydrogen, and metals that are below hydrogen, this one, copper, mercury, silver, gold, these metals cannot displace hydrogen from any compound, just like acid. So metals above hydrogen in the activity series can displace hydrogen from acids. Suppose from acid, suppose you say HCl, H2SO4. So from a compound like acid, HCl, H2SO4, these metal atoms can displace this hydrogen and can produce hydrogen gas. Displace hydrogen and can produce hydrogen gas. But these metals cannot. These are less reactive than hydrogen. These are more reactive than hydrogen. The third thing is that gold, platinum, we use gold in our ornaments. That means gold in free state is very much stable. And we also use some platinum ware, some platinum materials we also use in our daily life, and that is applicable in our daily life. So that means if we are able to use the gold, platinum in our life, that means they are stable in their free state. So metal atoms that are bottom of the activity series can exist in the free states. So like platinum, gold, they can occur free in the nature. But sodium, potassium, calcium, you cannot get these metals. Sodium, potassium, calcium, you cannot get these metals freely in the nature. You have to get it. You have to get it from some compounds or from their ores. Suppose you are trying to extract sodium, you have to use sodium chloride. You have to use sodium chloride. That is, sodium chloride is the compound of sodium, and you can extract sodium. You can extract sodium from that compound, sodium chloride. So they are not they do not exist freely in nature. They are not free in nature. They have to exist in their compound state. Their free state does not exist because they are not stable, they are very reactive. But these bottom metals are very less reactive they are not so much reactive, so they are stable in their free state and they can exist freely in nature. So third point is bottom metals occur freely in nature. Bottom metals occur freely in nature, just like silver, gold, platinum. This thing we use in our life and they occur freely in nature. But sodium, calcium, you cannot get it freely in nature. You have to synthesize this. You have to extract, actually. You have to extract these metals from their ores, or you can say from their corresponding compounds. Fourth thing is that more active metals, these metals can react with cold water. This thing I have already explained in the first class, that is this portion is very much reactive. So this top position metals can react with cold water, middle position can react with steam, not with cold water, and the metal atoms that are below hydrogen will not react with water. So this is the fourth characteristics of the metal activity series. So we can divide it that sodium, potassium react with cold water. This position react with steam, and this position going to react. Okay. So magnesium, aluminium, zinc, iron, lead, little down in the series, they do not react. They will not react with cold water. They will react with steam. Next thing is that if a reaction will happen or not. Suppose I am writing zinc plus copper sulfate producing zinc sulfate plus copper, and the second thing is that copper plus zinc sulfate producing copper sulfate plus zinc. Which reaction will happen and which one not? If we are trying to discuss it, we will say that this reaction will happen, this one not. Why? You can see in the activity series, zinc is above copper. Zinc is above copper. So the reactivity of zinc is higher than copper. As reactivity of zinc is higher than copper, zinc can displace copper from copper sulfate, but copper cannot displace zinc from zinc sulfate. Reactivity order is according to metal activity series. Reactivity of zinc is higher than that of copper. Zinc is above copper, so zinc is reactivity higher than copper. So the more active metal can displace the less active metal. So zinc can displace copper, but copper cannot displace zinc. So by seeing the metal activity series, we can also explain if any reaction will actually happen or not. Possibility of any given reaction can be explained by seeing the metal activity series. So these are some salient features of the metal activity series, and in the next class we will discuss about the occurrence of metals, that is minerals and ores.